We now have the results for the best music in all of RWBy Volume 5. Thank you to the over 600 people that participated in the Volume 5 music poll. Admittedly, there weren't as many songs in Volume 5 as there have been in previous volumes, but we had the songs contained within the character shorts to make up for it. In this poll, both the songs and scores were included together, but they will be separated in future polls. But getting into this list, in our 10th place spot, receiving 22 votes, we have the score for episode 12 of Volume 5, Vault of the Spring Maiden. This was, of course, the episode that contained the fight between Raven Bronwyn and Cinder Fall, the first clash between maidens that we have seen in the RWBy series. Hopefully, moving into Volume 8, we will see more clashes of this caliber that magic will bring to characters in the RWBy series, and more amazing scores to accompany them. In our 9th place spot, receiving 23 votes, we have the episode 2 score, Dread in the Air. This was the episode that contained the fight that Weiss had as she was escaping from Atlas onto that ship against all of the Lancers, including the Queen Lancer, where she summoned her Armagigas and defeated this Lancer that pushed her past her limits, and obtained the Queen Lancer as a summon in the future. Definitely one to remember and an excellent score to accompany it. In our 8th place spot, receiving 25 votes, we have the episode 10 score of Volume 5. This is the episode True Colors, the battle at the Belladonna Mansion, where Ilya showed her true colors, fighting against the Belladonna family, being part of the team that was sent to assassinate Blake, but by the end of it showing her true colors that she didn't want to kill Blake, that she didn't want things to be taken this far, and ended up abandoning the White Fang by the end of it. And then we move to our 7th place onto this spot, and the first song on the list, receiving 135 votes, we have This Time, also known as From Shadows Part 2, which is the ending theme for the entirety of Volume 5, that plays after, Team RWBy is reunited at the end of Volume 5 and plays over the end credits. It's certainly a memorable song, but it seems one that is outclassed by the others on this list. As moving on to our 6th place spot, receiving 154 votes, we have the song All That Matters. This is the song that started playing when Team RWBy was reunited in the final episode of Volume 5, as they embraced one another, and seems to show a bit of perspective of the characters upon each other, in particular Blake and Yang. A more soft-spoken song, not one of the more fast-paced ones that accompany some of the fights in the volume and in the character shorts, but still an excellent song with a lot of meaning behind it. And now we get into the top 5 songs of RWBy Volume 5. Each of these songs will be moving on to the best music in all of RWBy poll that will be taking place after we have the individual results for each volume. In our 5th place spot, receiving 191 votes, we have the song Smile. This is the song that played during the Volume 5 Blake character short, when Blake and Ilya were having their conversation together, and we found out a little bit more about Ilya's backstory, about her parents dying in a dust mine explosion, how she was initially fitting in with the rest of the humans, but when this incident occurred, the people that she thought were her friends laughed, and Ilya's skin changed color because of the sorrow and rage she was feeling. Definitely an emotional song for an emotional scene, and it's no wonder it made it to 5th place on this list. And then we get to the song that came in 4th place, with a little bit of a jump in the number of votes it got. Receiving 294 votes, we have The Triumph. This is the opening for Volume 5, one that is a bit more hopeful than other songs we've seen in the RWBy series, especially considering the events of Volume 3, but this one having hope that Team RWBy would achieve a triumph in this volume, and lo and behold, they did by the end of it. They were able to get the relic, save Haven Academy, and achieve victory. Probably not going to be the exact same case come Volume 8 and the things that are being set up to happen there, but we'll have to see how things play out, and I'm looking forward to see the songs that accompany the events of Volume 8. Moving to our 3rd spot on this list, receiving 299 votes, we have the song Path to Isolation. This is the song that played during the Volume 5 Weiss character short, where Weiss was still at the Schnee Manor training with her sister Winter against all of her summoned Beowulfs. This song represents what Weiss was feeling being back at the Schnee Manor, separated from all of the friends that she had come to know, and feeling very isolated, very cold, and very alone. Luckily, she was able to break free of that, and we see how things have progressed now that she got to Volume 7, was able to stand up against her father, and we'll see, again, how things play out in Volume 8. She may have to go back to the Schnee Manor to, pick up her brother Whitley and, other things that will be there. We might actually get a song focusing on Willow in Volume 8, or Whitley in Volume 8. That would be something I would love to see, but we'll have to see how things play out. And then in our second place spot on this list, we have the song Ignite. This was the one that played during the Volume 5 Yang character short, where Yang was protecting Ruby against that Ursa, and was a very fast-paced song considering the fight that was taking place. Yang activated her semblance, broke the bones of the Grimm, and knocked it out, destroyed it with a single punch, pretty much. A little bit of desperation in there, but a fantastic song nonetheless. But it still didn't make it to number 1 on this list, as our first place, receiving 363 votes, was the song All Things Must Die. This was the song that played during the Cinder versus Raven fight, the pretty much highest caliber fight that we've seen take place in the RWBy series, having magic and mayhem being the centerpiece of this fight. The scale has been escalated with magic now in play. Again, we'll see how things play out in Volume 7, with Penny now being a Maiden, as well as Cinder being in Atlas. We might see a confrontation between them. Raven might return in Volume 8. I have ideas about that, and I'm kind of anticipating it, so we'll see how things play out. If 3 Maidens do come together in Volume 8, that would be incredible to see, and I have no idea how it would turn out, but overall, let me know your thoughts down in the comments below. Did any of the placement of these songs and or scores on this list surprise you? There will be links in the description below to the full results page if you guys want to go there and see that. The results for the Volume 6 music poll will be posted later this week, and the Volume 7 music poll, which I know a lot of people have been waiting for, will be starting this Friday. Taking a little bit of a break in between music polls, as it is getting a lot with all of the fairy tales of Remnant that I'm currently covering on the channel, as well as other theory videos I really want to get out before the start of Volume 8. A lot of things going on, a lot of content on the way on this channel, so make sure to subscribe to keep up with it all. Join the Guild of the Eternal Flame. Tweet me at PhoenixKnight7. Join our Discord server, also linked in the description below. And I'll see you guys in the next video.